Okay, so let's talk about something that feels, well, impossible for a lot of people: losing weight. But what if I told you the entire way we think about it is backwards? What if, and stick with me here, losing weight is actually kind of easy? Right off the bat, let's just blow up what we think we know. We're all told it's just diet and exercise, right? Well, look at this. According to our source material, that's only about 25% of the whole puzzle. Another huge 25%? Just getting good sleep. And the biggest piece of the pie, a full half, is simply doing what you promised yourself you'd do. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. That changes everything. So, here's the game plan. We're gonna break down that real weight loss formula. Then I'll walk you through a 4-step plan for success. From there, we'll get into the mental game, how to lose fat without endless counting, and finally, some simple ways to supercharge your progress. First up, the real weight loss formula. And I love this subtitle. It's not about deprivation, it's about design. The whole idea is to stop trying to fight your urges with willpower and instead just design a life where making the right choice is the easiest thing to do. And this quote from the source just hammers the point home. People usually think losing weight is about half diet and half exercise, but both of those combined are only about 25% of it. Just letting that sink in for a second, that's a huge mental shift. It takes the pressure off killing yourself in the gym and puts it on building a smarter system. So if it's all about design, how do you actually build this thing? That brings us to your 4-step success plan. Think of yourself as an architect, and we're about to draw up the blueprints for a system where you almost can't fail. And here are the 4 pillars of that blueprint. Number 1, get inspired. Find that spark, but you have to know that feeling fades. 2, set a real measurable goal with a deadline. 3, make a detailed plan. No vague ideas, know exactly what you're going to do. And 4, and this is the one people always skip, set up your environment. Make the good choice the lazy choice. So what does a good goal actually look like? Well, here's a perfect example. I'm going to lose 5 pounds by July 1st and another 5 pounds by August 1st. See how that works? It's specific, it's got a deadline, and it even has a little checkpoint in the middle to keep you motivated and on track. It's not just, I want to lose weight. And that brings us back to step 4, which, honestly, is the ultimate cheat code: your environment. This isn't about fighting temptation, it's about making it disappear. You buy the strawberries and boil the eggs the night before. You lay out your running clothes so they're the first thing you see. You make your plan the path of least resistance. Of course, even with the perfect plan, life happens, right? That moment of weakness is gonna hit. And that's where our next section comes in, winning the mental game. This is all about being ready for that temptation before it even shows up. So let me ask you a question. What do you think are the 5 most dangerous words in all of dieting? You know, that little voice that pops into your head right when you're about to make a bad choice? And here they are. I'll actually start dieting tomorrow. Oof, we've all said it. The source flags this because it gives you a free pass to fail today. And once you learn to recognize that little lie you tell yourself, you can start to shut it down. This really breaks down the 2 ways you can operate. You can use willpower, but think of it like your phone battery. It drains throughout the day every time you say no. Or you can build habits. Habits are automatic. They run on the system you built, and they actually save your mental energy. Willpower is for emergencies, habits are for everyday life. Okay, system designed, mindset ready, let's talk about food. Specifically, how to achieve fat loss without counting every single calorie. And yes, it is absolutely possible. You don't have to live in a spreadsheet. This picture says it all, doesn't it? The core idea here is that 200 calories are not created equal when it comes to feeling full. 200 calories of Oreos is a tiny amount, it's got no nutrients, and you'll be hungry again in 10 minutes. But 200 calories of strawberries? That's a huge bowl that's packed with nutrients and actually fills you up. It's all about food volume. So what should you try to avoid? Mostly. Look, carbs are not the bad guy. It's the super refined, highly processed stuff. Foods with tons of added sugar, chips, desserts, and the sneaky ones, like calorie-packed oils and dressings. These foods are basically engineered to make you want more. But instead of obsessing over what you can't have, let's just flip the script. Focus on eating more of the good stuff. More fruits and veggies, more lean protein, more whole grains. What happens is you fill up on these and you'll find you just naturally eat less of the other stuff. No hunger, no misery. All right, let's bring it all home. For our last section, we've got a rapid fire list of tips and trips you can use to supercharge your progress starting literally today. First, some mindful eating tricks. Drink tons of water because half the time you think you're hungry, you're actually just thirsty. Use smaller plates. It's a simple brain hack that really works. And try to cut out the mindless snacking between meals. That's usually just boredom talking. Next up, smart swaps. These are the easy wins. Cut out liquid calories from soda and juice. They do nothing to make you feel full. If you need something sweet, a diet soda can be a lifesaver. Simple trades like low-fat cheese or cauliflower rice can save you hundreds of calories without you even noticing. And finally, let's bring it all full circle. Remember that chart from the beginning? We can't forget about movement and sleep. Aiming for 10,000 steps a day is a fantastic baseline. Listing weights is crucial because it builds muscle, which revs up your metabolism. And of course, prioritize that quality sleep. It regulates the hormones that control this whole process. So what's the real endgame in all of this? It's not just a number on the scale. I think this last quote says it all. The point is to get to where it's no longer a lifestyle choice, but instead your entire personality. And that right there is the ultimate goal. It's not just something you do anymore, it's who you become.